Hey, let's say I got dropped into a random small town. I have no list, I have no team, I have no cash, just a phone, my laptop, and my only mission, try to make $1 million, fast, right? What's the first move that I'd make? Well, I'll tell you, but fair warning, it's gonna sound way too obvious at first until you realize almost nobody actually does it. Here's the move. The first thing I would do is become obsessed with profitability. Not revenue, not hustle, not views or likes or funnels or profit or ice baths at 4 a.m. Because look, if the goal is to win the game, keeping the money is how you score the points. Most of us, we've been tricked somewhere along the way. I don't know, but entrepreneurs, they got sold this idea that business is a video game and revenue is how you get the highest score. But if you make $100,000 and you spend $99,000 to do it, that's not winning. That's being a highly stressed out volunteer with your own logo, right? Let me give it to you straight. Profit is oxygen. Revenue is just the hot air balloon trying to look pretty. You can't build a legacy or hire great people, take your spouse to Paris on top line revenue. You need oxygen, right? Or your business is going to suffocate. Now, here's the crazy part. Almost every guru or marketing agency, even software companies that sell to small businesses, they hope that you ignore this. Why? Because if you're addicted to shiny objects and revenue dopamine, you're the perfect customer for all of them, right? They don't want you to be profitable, they want you to be needy. It's like a casino that gives you free drinks so that you'll play longer as long as the house keeps winning, right? But when you make profit, take home profit the goal, everything changes. You stop asking, how do I get more leads? And you start asking, how do I get more from what I already have? And this is a big difference. Let me just show you how big it is. Let's say that you're doing $600,000 in revenue right now. If you can increase the frequency in which your past customers buy from you by just 15%, that 600,000 now becomes 690,000. If we add another 15% through referral revenue, your $600,000 business is now bloated into a $793,000 business. If we raise your average ticket, your average order value by just 15%, which is easy to do, you're over 900,000. And if we adjust your pricing up 15%, we justify it through good persuasion and choreography, you've crossed $1 million without even adding a single new customer. And this is not theory, it's math. This is what private equity firms do every single day. They buy good businesses, they make these 4 simple tweaks, and suddenly the business is printing cash. I call it the frap formula, and it's the first thing that I do and that I apply if I had to start over tomorrow, because you don't need a bunch of new tricks. You need better levers. You don't need better ads, you need better economics. And when we shift your focus to profit being the main thing, every decision gets smarter. You're building with purpose. You hire people with clarity. You sleep without clutching your chest at 2 a.m. Here's the truth. Profit is not greedy. Profit is what lets you lead. It's what lets you breathe. It's what lets you have choices. And once you taste real profit, not just in sales, but an actual take-home profit, you're never going to want to go back. So if you're starting over or you feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, obsess over your personal profitability. That's move number 1. And that's just the beginning, because this is a 4-part series. And in the next episode, which will come out tomorrow, I'm going to show you move number 2, the counterintuitive reason why adding constraints to your business will make you grow faster than ever. After that, we're going to talk about taking massive imperfect action and how to actually do that. And finally, we'll end this 4-part series talking about the psychological landmines that cause most entrepreneurs to subconsciously sabotage their own growth. But it all starts right here with profit, right? Don't just run harder, run smarter. And if you want help uncovering the trapped profit sitting inside your business right now, there's going to be a link in the description of this video with a couple different ways that I can help you. I'm actually in the process of writing a book right now, and we're doing some really interesting things. I need a couple more success stories to showcase in the book talking about frap. So buckle up, pay attention to the rest of this series. This is the Profit Awakening, we're calling it, and we're just getting started.